Hello, everyone. I'm Kendra Vise, and I am the owner of Clear Direction Advisors. I am a business strategist and accountant. And what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is PST, or provincial sales taxes in Canada. So, what PST is as it in the name, provincial sales taxes. So, this is different than the federal GST HST, which I have another video on. And this is PST for specific provinces. There's actually only four: BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Quebec, that are administered by the provincial governments rather than the federal governments. And there are a few differences between PST and GST HST. So when we're talking PST, the differences are that, again, this is provincial. So if you reach the thresholds that are required in the province and you have taxable sales of goods and services, then you will have to register with the applicable provincial government, and each government's regulations around what is taxable, as well as thresholds, because there's a couple industries that are a little different. As well as how you report is right based on the province itself. So you will have to investigate each province, whether that's you yourself doing it or you're speaking with a professional who does deal with this on an everyday basis. But when you are registering for PST, you again have to register with the provincial government. Just like with GST, HST, this is on you as a business owner. It's not something that the government is going to come to you and say, hey, you need to register with us because you're coming close to our thresholds, unless, right, it's after the fact and then there's penalties and interest, and that's just not a good thing. You will be using your 9-digit business number. So if you do have one because of GST, HST, or payroll, or you got one when you registered your business name, that's going to be the same number that you're using for PST across all of the provinces, except the two letters will be different. So again, just like GST, HST, you are going to charge your clients based off of their location, not yours. The major difference is that you're going to be reporting the amount of PST that you've collected. Some provinces want your sales in addition to this as well. Some just want what you've collected. And then you may, if you reach, if you're within the thresholds, again, got to love that word with the government, that if you're within what they consider, you will collect a very small commission. Unlike GST and HST, though, there are no input tax credits. So this is based solely on what you have collected for PST, versus being able to, pull any money out because you've paid PST. The PST will become part of your business expense when it comes to your accounting side. So just like GST and HST, right, which are combined, there's two ways you can register for PST. One, you can voluntarily register at any time before you've hit the threshold, or for most of the four provinces, it is $10,000, right? Once you hit that sales, again, the money that you've been invoicing your clients, not your net income, so the money that you are invoicing out, not minus expenses, for 4 consecutive quarters, that's when you have to register. So this is significantly different than the $30,000 of sales in 4 consecutive quarters for GST, HST. Now, there are certain industries and certain products and services that this $10,000 threshold is not applicable. So this is why when you are starting your business, you really do need to look at each province and where you're going to be selling into to make sure that you're hitting it. But this is mostly related around to like hospitality and that sort of thing. But again, you do want to watch this, and you can register at any time. The business number that you'll be using, right, is again that 9-digit business number that follows across many, many, many different government programs. So if you've watched my GST HST video, you'll notice that this list for PST is much smaller. And the reason being is that BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Quebec are the only 4 provinces that have separately managed provincial sales taxes. Alberta and the 3 territories all have just GST. Ontario, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Newfoundland and Labrador all have HST, or what's called harmonized sales tax, which means that the federal government is the one who administers and manages, right, all of the reporting and everything. So for BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Quebec, you will have to, if you've hit the thresholds in those provinces for taxable products and services, you will have to register with each of the provinces separately, and you will have to do your reporting separately to each of these provinces. The percentages that you see here on the screen are actually current as of May 2023. So these do change more frequently than HST does. So it's something, again, that you as a business owner need to understand and watch and keep an eye on. But currently, BC and Manitoba have a 7% PST, Saskatchewan has a 6%, and Quebec's is 9.975. So if you've watched this and you're still confused, you still have questions, please reach out, let us know. We're more than happy to help you out, more than happy to answer questions. That's why I've done this video, but it is just a short snippet of, to give you an overview of what the rules are. So please don't hesitate at all to reach out to us.